Hello, I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Sorry about all this. It's just, I'm really concerned because I heard you know who might be in town. Ah! Sage!
Yes, me.
You're looking good. You been working out or something? New haircut, new wardrobe, penis enhancement?
Silence!
Oh! What do you want with me, mentally demented one?
My day of reckoning, critic. My day that has been coming for nearly 4 years.
Reckoning?
That little cameo of mine in your Care Bears review could only sate me for so long, critic. A full and proper crossover is inevitable.
You mean you want to do a review? Well, I guess that's fine with me. How's your schedule the next 5 years?
Now, critic!
Oh! Look, no offense, Sage, but anything having to do with you scares the shit out of me. I mean, you don't review things that are well. You are not well!
It took me a while, critic, but I finally found the perfect movie for us to review.
Oh no, I've seen what you review. You're not gonna make me review cops with grenades tied to their pubes or something.
Critic, have a little more faith in me than that. If I showed you something in my personal collection, it'd probably kill you. If you die, then I'd have no one to play with. So I bring you this.
Starchaser, the Legend of Orin? Are you kidding? What? This doesn't look that bad.
You're not afraid?
What, you got some 80s cheese, some bland story, and actually some half-decent animation. It looks kind of stupid and silly, but this doesn't look awful. No, I'm not afraid.
You will be.
So it seems I've been shanghaied into reviewing another fossilized piece of shit that nobody saw the first time it came out. Apparently Starchaser was released in 1985, and flopped harder than a fat guy in America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, come on, critic. You gotta give them credit for making the best 3D movie ever made. Or at least that's what they say on the poster.
Oh sure, because as we all know, 3D is the gatekeeper to good quality entertainment. Though Kate Winslet's nipple in 3D does have potential. So, to be fair, the movie starts out alright. I mean, the animation looks like heavy metal threw up on a Molly Hatchet album cover, but it's harmless.
Well, as harmless as forced labor in a dangerous mine can be, this is our hero Orin, who despite having lived his entire life in this subterranean world as a slave, still manages to have a head of finely shampooed luxuriant hair.
Slow down, grandfather. You're too old to keep up this pace.
Slow it down will only prolong my suffering.
Orin, don't. You won't survive doing the work of 2.
Prettiest girl in the world. I'd do the work of 10.
Yeah, have you seen Jessica? That chick be smoking! Oh, but you're hot too, you're hot too. You have a nice tooth. It seems that Orin and his friends are slave laborers that mine crystals for a god named Zygon. No, not that Zygon. Not that Zygon either. This Zygon!
Mine worlds are angry. They have kept you alive since the beginning of time and ask very little in return.
Just your continued subjugation and your free will. Really, you're taking advantage of us. So after the slaves offer their mined crystals in exchange for food, Orin happens upon a strange sword embedded in the rock wall.
It's alive.
You will go to the Dagobah system. There you will learn from Yoda.
Oh, I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
Yeah, so not Obi-Wan says that there are other worlds outside of their caverns, and that the wielder of the sword can free all the slaves, if he is able to find the blade. So after pointlessly wrestling with another slave, Orin takes what's left of the sword and vows to find the blade.
We'll go together, Elan.
I'll go with you too.
You'll have to be with us in spirit, Callie. It's too dangerous for one as young as you.
I'm not too young. You don't want me because I can't see.
No, we don't want you because you're ball-gratingly annoying.
Don't leave me, Orin. What if you don't come back?
It's like he talks in that tone of voice whenever you're trying to mimic someone to sound really whiny. Show him how it's done, Robin.
Well, Orin and his girlfriend ditched the little turd and make off for I don't know where exactly. I guess they just figured that the way out of the caves that their people have lived in for generations has to be somewhere, but they don't get too far. Alright, so they give the slaves dangerous laser drills that can take out a guard in one hit, and give the guards whips. This isn't an S&M bar. Why don't you give them some guns?
Watch out for the crystals!
Point taken.
Orin and his girlfriend get captured trying to escape, where they learn that the god who they've been worshipping all their lives turns out to be... Oh my god, some guy! Yeah, really, was this supposed to be in any way surprising? Christ, we're just starting this movie and the dramatic reveal is already wasted. This isn't much of a twist! Anyway, it's not really that big an impact if you don't get to know the characters. We've barely even grown accustomed to Orin or... what's-her-face. But I guess it doesn't matter, it's not like she's gonna die in the next 5 minutes.
Try one.
No. Well, she was completely pointless, wasn't she?
You don't even know the half of it.
There's a world above. I'll find it for you, Alon.
Orin manages to escape Zygon's clutches into a collapsed cavern. He digs his way out onto the surface world, but it's not long before he runs into more danger.
Sage, what's that?
Hell if I know.
It looks like it crawled out of the asshole of H.R. Geiger's nightmare.
No, this looks like it crawled out of the asshole of H.R. Geiger's nightmare.
It's just too bad. Because we're going to take him anyway.
It's the eyes, isn't it?
The eyes! What's up with the eyes? When I kill your brother, I talk! Yes!
So, my new nightmares for the week take Orin prisoner and decide on who gets what body part of Orin's. Ooh, I'll take the brain! Oh wait, no, that won't fill me up enough. But one of the ungodly monstrosities gets a little too curious with Orin's sword and winds up cleaving one of the others in half.
Orin manages to trick the last of the remaining monsters into letting him go, and yeah, big deal tricking things that couldn't figure their way out of a Chinese finger trap.
You've got exactly 10 seconds to tell me what you're doing in this swamp.
Oh, hi, Han Solo.
Han, what are you talking about? Oh, wait a minute! A young kid on a distant backwater world finds a magic sword and under the instruction of a wise old man, finds a rogue smuggler to help him defeat a dark overlord. This is Star Wars! Wait, is that guy a smuggler?
Yeah, he's a smuggler.
This is Star Wars!
Yeah, you're pretty much right. Starchaser even goes beyond lifting plot elements and characters and rips off iconic shots from the original trilogy.
I can't believe it. This is shameful. This is insulting. This is downright unforgivable.
Oh, you want to know what the best part is?
What?
The same people who distributed this in theaters also distributed the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
I can't take anything from them. I can't take anything from them.
Excuse me for a moment, folks. Got some business to take care of.
Mums!
What? I got crusty elbows.
What in the hell are you doing?
That's our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Guy who trips over himself when slightly tapped from behind.
This... Oh, God, it feels disgusting reviewing anything by those people. This Han Solo wannabe is named Dag, who tells Orin that the crystals he's been mining for all his life are commonly thought to be mined by robots. But the scene is interrupted by a swamp monster that grabs Dag. Now wait a minute, how come the sword works now, but not when he tried to stab Dag?
Well, Critic, the movie never really explains why the sword works sometimes and not other times, and several fan theories have floated around to this day.
Wait. This movie has fans?
Yeah. In fact, just recently it's been announced that plans are being made for a live-action remake.
They did that. It was called Star Wars!
Oh, and if this movie hasn't pushed all your rage buttons by now, it also has its own version of Navi from Legend of Zelda.
Oh, fancy fucking that. Is he fondling the little light bulb's junk?
I'd like to think so. Well, we don't linger on the possible molestation for long as a patrol comes along and starts attacking the two, and they retreat back to Dag's ship.
I wish you'd stop calling me a computer, Dag. It's so impersonal. After all, your body's just a machine made of flesh and blood. How would you like it if I went around calling you Meat Brain?
Oh, hi, C-3PO.
Oh, wait a minute, it's not even a robot.
Okay, so what do you call an AI that speaks in a prissy, whiny, effeminate voice and is largely used for comic relief?
Son of a bitch, it is C-3PO.
Ow! I told you it wouldn't work!
By the way, does Dag ever finish that cigar? Do people just not know how to smoke things in space? Well, actually, that's unlikely, because they came up with a screenplay, didn't they? Okay, so the two fly off with Dag deciding to attack a nearby base because, well, the movie has to find a way to shoehorn more lifted shots from Star Wars that way. Also, AT-ATs much?
Dag manages to steal some of the mined crystals from a nearby transport ship, but Zygon captures Dag before they can make off. But of course, Orin, not being the sharpest tool in the shed, demands that the ship be lowered so he can confront Zygon head-on.
Oh! You!
Ow, my sword! You know, as hopelessly dumb and naive Orin is, at least he's incredibly weak and awkward.
Get out!
Who the hell ordered this drill? Hey!
Come on, kid!
Yes, let's pointlessly carry this heavy robot that is in no way going to help us escape, and will in fact only hinder our chances of making it safely aboard. God, I'm a tactical genius! But of course, this movie isn't set in any kind of logical universe, so they in fact make it safely aboard and blast off, leaving Zygon to mutter one of the strangest lines in the movie.
It is him. The Kaka has returned.
The what has returned?
The Kaka has returned.
The caca's returned? This movie's full of caca, I never realized it left!